Rahim. I am Dr. Saeed Irfanullah from Abbasian University, Peshawar. Today is the fourth lecture of information security, and we are discussing some basic concepts related to the cryptography. So, first of all, let's see what is cryptography. Is the use of the mathematical operations to protect message traveling between parties are stored on the computer. In 1960s, many believed that the cryptography would be the main countermeasure for the attacks. Cryptography is part of many other countermeasures. It is in fact. So, encryption for confidentiality is one of the main objectives of the information security. So, confidentiality means that people who intercept messages cannot read them. Encryption for confidentiality was the original purpose of the cryptography. So, some of the concepts related to the cryptography is the plain text, the original text, the cipher text, the encrypted text. The cipher is the algorithm or the technique by which you convert a plain text to the cipher text or a readable text to unreadable text. And the key is the password that is being used to convert a plain text into a cipher text using the algorithm or the cipher. So, looking to this diagram, we have a plain text, an algorithm, and the key is applied, and the cipher text is generated that is sent to the recipient. So, when the recipient receives it, he cannot convert to the plain text back until and unless he doesn't have the exact cipher what has been used, that is the algorithm, and the password that has been used. So, using both of them, he can recover the plain text at the receiving side. The Kirchhoff principle, it is very simple, but it is very conceptual. He says that we are not keeping the algorithm or the technique secret by which a plain text is converted to the cipher text, but in fact the secret is the key or the password that has been used in this process. What it means, that if you convert a plain text into a cipher text and you are using an algorithm, the algorithm is not a secret, but the password that has been used is the secret. So if one person gets the password, he will be able to recover the plain text, and it has many of the advantages, because if you keep the algorithm secret, it will not be possible for the recipient to recover it. But the reason is, for example, you are using an algorithm, say DES algorithm, and you keep the structure of this algorithm secret, and the other one to whom you send the cipher text, how he will be able to recover it unless he doesn't have the DES algorithm. So let the algorithm be with all of them, but the password only with the specific party to whom you wish to send. What Kirchhoff says. In order to have a confidential communication partner, only need to keep the key secret, not the cipher, that is the algorithm. What is important for the security? The access control, that is who will be able to access the server. Cryptography or the algorithm or the techniques. The AAA protection, that is authentication, authorization, and auditing. Authentication, who? Authorization, what type of permission? And auditing, regard the people who are trying to access. So there are the credentials based on what you know, what you have, what you are, and what you do. So means the cryptography is based on what you know, that is the password. So if you know the password, you should keep it secret. If someone receives it, now it is no more a secret. What you have, an access card, for example the ATM card. What you are means your fingerprint, your thumb impression, your face expression, your retina. This is what you are. And what you do, for example you speak, and by the voice recognition the system allows you to enter into the system. So if there is a single factor authentication, one of these four credentials are used, but normally we are going for a two-factor authentication or a multi-factor authentication. For example, if you have an ATM card, so the ATM card is the access card, one level, and the password is the other thing. For example, if you get a ATM card of someone, but if you have the password, you cannot access the data of the database or his account. So these are combined together to have an access to the records. So it is a two-factor authentication. Sometimes more than two factors are combined depending on the intensity or the severity of the organization data. So there are different types of attack, those are possible. What do you mean by an attack? To compromise the security of the organization of a server. So there are different types of attack, the active attack and the passive attack. What is happening in the passive attack? That sender and receiver doesn't know about the attack. For example, Bob is sending some text to Alice, and the dart is reading the contents. He is not making any change in the data, but he is only receiving it. So it is a passive attack. In active attack, what is happening, that if Bob is sending some data to Alice, Dart is receiving it, he is making some changes in it and then resend it. So he is taking an active part during the communication. These are some different types of the security attacks. Interruption, to cut off the communication line. So it is an attack on the availability. Interception, you just read or listen to someone talking. So this is an attack on the confidentiality. The modification, if you make a change in the data. Fabrication, it is an attack. Modification, it is attack on the integrity. For example, you make a change in some text. Fabrication, if you send a falsified message without having in the knowledge of the sending party. For example, receiver is receiving a message, but the sender is not a legitimate person. He is a fake person. So this is called a fabrication or afwah. So these are the different types of the attacks. Thank you. I am Dr. Saeed Irfanullah from Awasim University, Peshawar.